Hello, everybody. Once again, thank you for joining us today. I'm Marketing Director of BEWI Circular. Today's webinar we will talk about collaboration and partnership between recyclers and product producers. We will have three presenters: Ellen Solberg, Head of Circular Division, Liv Olsen, Manager for BEWI RAW in sales, and Pedro Luis, our sales manager for rGPPS and director of Portuguese site. As you all know, laws and legislations are changing and demand for recycling content is constantly growing. So in order to keep up with regulations, we at BEWI Circular make constant improvements towards quality, quantity, logistics, and sustainability. Our role is to make sure that our customers receive the best possible quality products that you have. So we make sure that we also exchange the need for primary materials without losing on your final quality and the products. Collaboration is essential part to keep us in the use-reuse loop, and we encourage our customers to help us with collection and make sure that their customers or your clients, they also know that they can address to us for waste management solutions so that we can together reach the common goal of CO2 reduction plan, protection of the environment, and help you comply with laws and regulations without, of course, slowing down in the production process. Before we start, we will show the short webinar intro that was pre-recorded. We will continue with the presentation of our colleagues, and we will end up with questions and answers. Please, during the presentation, you can type your questions in the chat or in Q&A sections, and we'll come back to you with answers. Enjoy the movie and see you back shortly.
Welcome to a BEWI Circular webinar. I am Elin Solberg.
And I am Pedro Luis.
You might have seen our previous webinars where we have been going down into the details about what we are doing in our circular division in factories and how we work together with our partners. Today's purpose is to speak a little bit more about what is happening on the customer side and what we do together with our customer.
Yes. So one of the key factors are the relation, the credibility, and the trust. So because of this, we are here today to give us an heads up on this and a better explanation how we do it and how we develop this relation between BEWI Circular and our customers. So I think it's something that we need to explain as much as can.
Yes.
In order they can see a little bit what we do in Circular,
yeah,
and to follow up after we do the EPS recycling process in our facility, what is the next step?
Correct, but should we take it a step back for our audience, just to backtrack a little bit? What do we actually do in the circular operations? Maybe you can talk us through that.
Yeah, what we do, it's we have the care to collect the EPS, the waste EPS. We use it in our extruders. We transform it on the rGPPS product. And one of our biggest concerns is related with quality. So because when we have the quality, I think we have everything in our hand. But to speak about quality, who better than we invite someone?
Let's invite our customer.
I think it's the best, one of our customers.
So welcome, Liv Olsen from BEWI RAW.
Thank you very much, suppliers.
Welcome.
Nice to have you here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about BEWI RAW to start?
Yes, well, BEWI RAW is one of the leading European EPS producers. So we produce the raw material of the EPS, meaning the very, very small, tiny beads. You could classify this into a few product groups. So we have everything from white...
Look.
What is this?
What?
Oh, Mr. Bead, what are you doing here?
Who is that?
Oh, you never met before?
No.
This is Elin and Pedro from BEWI Circular.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where is Mrs. Bead? Oh, she's home sleeping. Okay. But I thought you would be in BEWI RAW in Circular. No. Yeah? Oh, you need to go. Okay. Should we take them back to the factory?
Very good idea.
Go and pack your bags. Don't forget Mrs. Bead. and we'll take you to Ettelö.
Bye-bye.
I thought I didn't know he was here. Where we were? Yes, I was talking about BEWI RAW, wasn't I? Yes, it was perfect timing with the product groups. We also have grey UPS, of course. So everything from white standard, like we call it, without flame retardants. We have white with flame retardants. We have grey with and without flame retardants. We also have, of course, recycled grades, which you are our biggest supplier for, of course. And we also have biofoam and also mass balanced grades, which we will get into a little bit more.
Okay, so mass balance, that sounds interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course, dear Elin. Come, let's go to our nice products here. Yes. This you recognize, this is a fish box, which is always produced from our standard grades. But with the help from the mass balance, we will be able to give this fish box a lower CO2 footprint. Yeah. And as you're well aware of, as producers of recycled GPPS, we can't use that GPPS into the fish box, which is a food contact applications, exactly. So instead, we put the GPPS in here, and we use the CO2 credits for this nice fish box. So you have a lower CO2 footprint, but you have the same properties and performance which you're used to in a fish box.
Oh, that's super clever. So if I understand it right, we have all the true recycled material there in the EPS insulation.
Yes.
And really no real recycled material in the fish box, but we have the credits for recycled content.
Yes.
So that means that we can be fully compliant with all the regulations of food contact and yet have a recycled profile on the product.
Yes, so it can help you to reach your sustainability targets quite easy, I must say.
Must be good for tax reductions, plastic tax reductions as well.
That as well. So in Spain, for example, we have 450 euro per ton on virgin plastic packaging material. And this can support you in that as well.
Fantastic. Really, but we have more products and more customers, sorry to say, Liv.
As you mentioned that, yes, we have another product here. This is an XPS product made also with recycled content. This is Tara XPS. I think it's made more or less with 50% of recycled content. So this is another example what we could do also in our downstream company. So another one. So this is really important that we show to the audience the amount of products that we can do and with recycling content on it. So I think it's quite good what you are explaining to us, because I think many people don't have know-how about this. They don't have knowledge. So I think we are doing quite some good job. Not only us, but also you using our product. So I think it's a good opportunity.
And for us to be able to do this, or working with the mass balanced and working with the recycled material, what's most important from our customers, we need to bring the material back in the system, right? We need to try to close the loop.
Yeah, it's pass them the information that we are able to collect, what we produced, what we bring to them, to returning the material, and with this create not only a solution but also a profitable way on the business to make it move on. And with this, we assure that what we produce, what goes out comes in again, and we will provide again. We will put it again on the circle.
And that's how we lead the way.
That's the only way. That's the only way. So, Liv, what matters more to RAW when we, Circular Division, deliver our circular material to you? What is the most important factor?
Quality. We're coming back again to quality. But that's something that is so good with our collaboration, our partnerships, and that you have been doing this for quite some time, that we are constantly improving the quality together as well. I think our departments regularly speak together, and our R&D team together with your quality team make sure that we had a improved quality as well.
That's the only way to get the feedback about our product from our customers to help us to improve even better our material. So I think it's the key factor on this.
So I'm then very curious to understand, how do you communicate to your customers about the recycled content?
Well, we have a few grades which we are offering, and I'm always very proud when I can say that the quality is really good and it's improved since a few years back. It's very similar to virgin as well, and but let's say if we go step away from the product properties, what's also very important is that we need to, as sales in BEWI RAW, I need to tell my customers that they need to help us to get material back to you, because we can't continue offering this solution if we don't get material in, which we can recycle and offer again.
Exactly, and that's how we close the loop, right? That's how we bring the material back into the system and make new products, new insulation, new fish boxes that we have learned, yes? And that's how we lead the way in BEWI.
Spread out, recovering the material back, and one step ahead.
Yes. So if I was a customer to you, Liv, how would I find out more about your offering?
Well, you can, of course, go to the website. You can contact any of us in BEWI RAW, and you can, of course, look back at the webinars that we had. So the last one, we had a webinar with my colleagues, Ville and Jürgen, who talked more about the technicalities of our grades, and specifically the grade. So I would definitely recommend doing so.
And talking about webinars, this webinar is coming to an end.
Yes. But stay tuned, more will come.
More will come, yes. We will do more webinars. Do you have any suggestions on
we will see. There is many possible ways to spread our mission.
We should do somewhere warm, right? This
yes,
is a bit
on
chilly.
a warm place, because
in
enough
the sun.
of cold.
South.
Enough of cold. So let's see what we'll bring for the next time. So
yes, let's do that. So stay tuned for more webinars, and thank you for listening in, and see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. I have a question, Liv, actually. Tell me, please, who is Mr. Bede, and what was he doing in Genevad?
Yeah, for those who might not know Mr. Bede, he is a character we created in BEWI RAW during our Grey campaign. So it's a fictive character who travels through our production halls and location and bring EPS into life and bring some humor into it. So, and if you look back at the previous RAW webinars, you can find them again.
Thank you. Ellen, please, the floor is yours. You can continue with the presentation, and we'll continue with questions and answers at the end.
Thank you, Tamara, and hope you all enjoyed the movie and got a sense of what our recycled products might become. We have covered our production process in earlier webinars, and if you're curious about that, just reach out and we can provide you with a link to look into those in more detail. Now, let's move into our circular strategy and what BEWI can bring to the market. I don't know about you, but what gets you up out of bed a rainy Wednesday in November when it's just horrible out? For me, it's simple. I strongly believe that what we do at BEWI truly matters. EPS is 100% recyclable, and by ensuring that it actually stays in the loop and doesn't end up in the landfill, we can replace the virgin plastics and reduce our CO2 emissions. At the same time, we safeguard the essential role of EPS, insulating our buildings, keeping us warm through energy-efficient solutions like HVAC, delivering medicine and vaccines, protecting our food, of course, and at the same time limiting waste and preserving the planet's scarce resources. And I truly believe that what we do in BEWI can lead a transition to a circular economy within our industry. And that is worth getting out of bed for. Our circular strategy at BEWI is simple. We ensure that the used materials is kept in the loop and transformed into valuable products. We take the responsibility for our materials that we place on the market, particularly those with a lifespan less than 12 years. We make sure that we can bring that back into the system again. So our ambition is to reach about 30% recycled content across our product offering by 2030. For us, being circular is about designing the systems that can work at scale, from collection and efficient transport to recycling and the production, of course, of new products. And together with strategic partnerships throughout the value chain, we can make this happen. And the beauty is that we can, at the same time, help our customers to do the same thing. EPS is often seen as difficult to recycle. That's the perception some people have when you talk about EPS. It's bulky, it's lightweight, sometimes contaminated. But these are challenges that we already now know how to solve in the industry. BEWI alone can collect and recycle close to 40,000 tons per year. Globally, EPS is recycled in more than 50 countries, reaching over 4 billion people. And if we talk about the recycling rates across Europe, Norway, for example, reached 88%, Denmark 70%, and the recycling rates are consistently increasing. This is made possible between the industry initiatives and, of course, municipalities creating collection pickup points and curbside collections, making sure that the material comes back into the system. So I'd say that the question is not if EPS can be recycled. The question is how fast we can scale it. So but why does this all actually really matter? Why does EPS recycling matter? Well, we do see increasing regulatory pressure, such as the upcoming PPWR for 2030, as well as, of course, plastic tax and carbon taxation systems, pushing material producers to shift from virgin to recycled. We also see that the interest generally in recycled materials is growing. And today it's extremely strong, and we are essentially sold out throughout the 3 units. Sustainability is already a proven business driver and will be more and more important going forward. And we believe that the key question from customers will start, we have seen it starting, but it will start to shift even more from what's the price to how much carbon dioxide will it reduce? How can this material help me to become better? So how does this actually work in practice? So in BEWI, EPS waste is collected, compacted. You can increase the density with a compactor up to 50 times and making the transport very much more efficient. We have optimized logistic solutions to ensure minimal transport impact through full truckloads. The recycling is carried out using state-of-the-art machinery and extrusion processes, keeping energy usage low. At one of our 3 production facilities, we always aim to have the shortest distance from the source. Then, of course, our customers in EPS and XPS producers use the recycled material to produce competitive products with a low carbon footprint. With the environmental product declarations, the EPDs, that we provide, customers can easily calculate the CO2 savings and often reducing environmental footprint by 50%. This is our approach, closing the loop. Now this is a picture, and perhaps you want to see it more what happens in reality. So Pedro, may I please ask you to take us through how it works in reality in Portugal?
Okay, thank you, Ellen. So this is one of the examples we have, one of the many operations we have in place. This is a TTM logistical center in Lisbon. This is like a place that send out every day, daily appliances like refrigerators, TVs, laptops, and all kinds of electrical devices. As all of us know, all of them are protected with EPS and cardboard and LDP film. On the end of the day, the drivers bring back all this waste, as you can see on the pictures on the left side,
And we have people doing the job of separating the cardboard, the film, and the EPS, and make the EPS blocks, the cardboard bales, and the LDPE film bales. With this, we provide solution for 3 types of waste. And we end up with the problem they have, and we generate a source of material, and we have sure that this material goes to the right place. So this is just one of the small examples that we have spread out all over the place in Portugal to give a solution and to make the recycling strategy work on different ways. Because in this case, we have 2 people working over there. There is places we have only 1. There is places we have just collection places. There is other opportunities we have with waste management camps that we put the machine to compact there to bring back the blocks. Because on the end, our goal is to have the most sustainable operation as possible, and we act according with each facility and which volume. Doesn't matter if it's small, medium, or large quantities. We always apply the best action plan to make it work. So more or less, Ellen, it's a little bit what you explained before.
Very good. Thank you, Pedro. Could you continue with the products?
Yes, this is our final stage of our all work we do with all we were explaining before. So this is our products. It is the, as you can see, the standard black and premium grade. These 3 types of material that we have. All of them are used to EPS, to EPS, and also most of them it's for XPS production. The categories, or I could say the technical data sheet, it's more or less the same between the standard and the premium grade. Also in the standard black, the only thing you can see different is its color issues. That's it, because as you know, this has become blue, gray, purple, yellow, depends on the XPS that each final customer is doing. In terms of quality, we have a very quality control measurement in place to secure that this product that you can see on the picture, it's high quality. We have many tests to control bromine contents, ABCD contents, water levels as the material arrive here. So we have many things in place just to have sure that this is a good product on the end, that when anyone will get it, use it, don't have any problem with them. So we have many control systems on all our production units. So we have like a universal way to do this. Doesn't matter if it's in Portugal, Czech, or Sweden. We always do it on the same, with the same machinery, the same procedures. So I think we have this in totally control about what we're doing, because the feedback we got from our end customers, it's quite good, and nobody better than our colleague Liv to explain later on about this. So I think there is not much more that we can say about this, Ellen.
Thank you, Pedro. So in summary, what we can offer our customers is immediate CO2 reduction. BEWI's sustainability ambition would never be possible without the focus on circular and recycled solutions. And as Pedro said, high quality material, it's consistent, well filtered, low impurities, and pretty much a drop-in solution. No need to invest in new equipment. The material can directly replace virgin material. And using our products is also a highly effective way to meet regulatory requirements and reduce exposure to taxation. We're fully certified with ISO certifications, Red Cert for traceability, and we can provide full EPDs with a verified environmental impact. As simple as that. So with that, we are very proud to work with many strong partners externally and internally. And today I'm extra pleased that I can hand over to Liv Olsson, Sales Manager at RAW. Liv, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Elin. Good. So for the next few minutes, I will briefly walk you through how we at BEWI RAW is working with the recycled GPPS from BEWI Circular and turn this into high quality EPS solutions once again. And as many of you know, there's a growing demand for recycled content in EPS, But there's also an increasing need for transparency and credibility, like Elin just mentioned. And the industry is under more and more pressure to assure this. It may not longer be good enough to just say that the product is recycled, but you need to be able to prove it. So that's why we work closely together throughout the value chain to assure this. So let's start with the bigger pictures. This is the steps behind turning recycled GPPS into renewed EPS at BEWI RAW. So through an extrusion process, we can turn recycled GPPS into high quality EPS. So the process from the start include the GPPS together with the necessary additives and the pentane as a blowing agent to make sure that the EPS can be expanded once again. And these materials are then fed into the extruder, where everything is melted and into a consistent material. So from there, the materials is looking something like a spaghetti and cut into pellets that goes through a drying step. After that, we sieve and cool the pellets and prepare it for the silos. And before the final delivery, the material is coated and finally packed and ready to be used. So this brings us to the product offering, and this is what we call CREPS, or Certified Recycled EPS. And CREPS is BEWI RAW's product line of certified EPS material. So through the collaboration with BEWI Circular, we can deliver a wide range of recycled EPS through a controlled, transparent loop. And we offer this through two different product lines. And one is based on actual recycled content, and one is based on the mass balance approach. So firstly, the certified recycled, and this means that the product contains a direct, physically measurable share of recycled EPS. So meaning you will have the recycled GPPS from BEWI Circular, for example, directly in your product. Secondly, we have the certified balanced, which uses the mass balance approach, where the recycled materials are used, of course, within our overall production, but the defined share of this recycled content is allocated to a specific product. And this range of products are, of course, third-party verified to make sure that the chain is fully controlled. And a good example application for the certified balance is food contact application, like a fish box we saw earlier in the movie. And as many of you know, due to regulation, the mechanically recycled material cannot be directly used in this type of applications. So that's why we developed our concept certified balance. It allows you to use the EPS raw material with the same performance and quality that you're used to, while still getting the benefits of recycled content. So meaning a lower CO2 footprint and supporting achieving your sustainability targets without having to change the performance or production settings. So that's why we have two lines. It can be a bit complicated, but we wanted to make sure that we can provide a solution for every audience and have a broad offering, and most of all be prepared for existing and upcoming regulation and deliver this service to our partners as well. And to finish off this slide, I think the key benefit here is credibility, traceability, and making recycled content usable for a broad audience. So now, how does this concept translate into our actual products? Like we just saw, we divide this into two main categories: certified recycled and certified balance. So we have a broad and constantly developing portfolio of products. And starting with here on the left, the certified recycled, we have both white and gray with different levels of recycled content, from low percentages at 10 and below up to fully recycled at 100%. And this is so great because it gives you the flexibility dependent on your application requirements and how much recycled content you wish to incorporate into your production. And on the right-hand side, you see our certified balanced portfolio. And here the focus is on applications where performance and regulatory requirements are in main focus. So these products here are just some examples, since we can offer almost our entire portfolio under this umbrella. So to summarize, our portfolio is constantly developing through our entire R&D team, but we have strong focus on flexibility, transparency, and of course, keeping a high quality. So the final note from my side is that we have, of course, now established that Circular is sourcing and recycling, and BEWI RAW is producing and delivering new EPS raw materials to the market. So together we close the loop, and without this collaboration, our CR EPS offering would not be possible. What you see here is the full circular loop, which you might have seen before. And the most essential part in this is how the collaboration makes it work in practice. So it's not just about closing the loop. We've all heard that expression many, many times, but it's about making that loop work in practice with reliability and at scale as well. So it shows that circularity is not just about recycling. It's about having a connected system across the value chain, which allows us to bring back products with a consistent quality. And this system is only possible through the close collaboration that we have in the industry. And this is how we, in essence, enable the circularity of EPS, which is increasingly more important in today's environment. So I just want to highlight this again to the market that, let's say, both partners of BEWI Circular and of BEWI RAW, the importance on contributing to this loop and making an effort to support this in the benefit and the sustainability and the future of our EPS industry. Thank you for listening. I think it's over to you, Tamara.
Thank you, Liv. Thank you, Pedro, and thank you, Ellen. We have some questions here that actually I think first question was, why is collaboration between BEWI Circular and BEWI RAW essential? I think that, Liv, you gave answer to that. I don't know, do you want to emphasize more on this, and or we continue with the question, other questions? You can still post in Q&A if you are interested, like please type your question in. I will move to the next one. What are the biggest challenges today in making EPS fully circular? I think question is for Ellen.
I would say the biggest challenge is to establish an efficient infrastructure to really ensure that we get all the material back into the loop. We see that the demand for recycled product increase, and that also increases demand for the feedstock or for the waste EPS. And there are still sources out there that don't necessarily today understand the value of the product and what it can bring to our society. So making sure that the infrastructure is in place everywhere is the biggest challenge, according to me. Pedro, you might want to comment as well.
Yeah, it's first of all, it's identify the source of the material, provide the solution according with the volume that is generated, and then act accordingly what we need to do to minimize the impact of, for instance, of transportation. If we can place a machine, we will avoid all the several transports. And we will give a solution for the place who is generating that volume, for that supplier, in this case, or customer. And everybody will be happy because we will get the material, they will have a solution, and we, on the end, we are making recycling, we will put this again on the market. So, and then RAW and other companies will use the recycled material that we collect. So it's more or less what you told before, closing the loop. That's what we try to do in all over the place.
I think we did a lot of great videos that people can also see on our LinkedIn and on our web account. And we also have use page that you can follow up, where we have actually some instructions about the bins that we provided, BEWI, and other solutions for waste management. Let's move to next questions. How does the BEWI ensure quality and traceability in recycled materials like rGPPS? I think Ellen or Pedro.
I
can give
you
some.
touched on it before. Yeah.
I can give something. First of all, each load of material we bring to our production unit, to all of our production units. We control first visual, then we take samples, we test a lot of quality measurements we have in place to assure that the quality is what we need. And even we do the test of the MFI, the melt flow index, even on the blocks to understand what we have before we put it on the production. So we have in place very, very strictly measurements to work with. After this, even during the process, we are doing the rGPPS on our extrusion process. We control, in our case, half an hour and half an hour, the MFI level to assure that we are doing correctly. After this, we make the final test, and then there is a second and final one on the laboratory to secure that everything is in place according to what our technical data sheet and our procedures we need. So more or less, we control as much as we can. We are always improving new activities, new actions to make it work. I think we are 98% on top of what we need to. We have already external labs to confirm if what we are doing, it's according to what is needed to have a second overview about what we are doing, to have sure about what we are doing. So I think we are doing quite really good. And we are doing something that I don't know that other company doing EPS recycling does like us. So our certification speaks by themselves. That's the bottom line. So
there is a sub question: do you test for HBCD, and how often this appears, or does it appear?
With all tests for ABCD content, we don't see ABCD content many. I can tell you already at least 3 to 4 years. We don't see it. We don't test it. When we have high values of bromine content, we don't know which one it is, so we ask to an external lab to make the accurate test to see it, and until now we never faced this. In the past, on the beginning, like I say, not now, but in this stage, what we faced, it was related with old material, especially from construction on that time. Today, we don't see it anymore. Thank God. So we see high bromine contents, but it's nothing related with ABCD because we tested to make the spite if it's not, and until now we never were across with the ABCD content.
Another one. Which material the EPS beads are coated before packaging? I think this is Liv, a question for you.
Which EPS beads are coated before packaging?
Yeah. With which material?
Well, all of our EPS beads are coated, except for very, very few exemptions. So this is the standard in our production.
Okay, thank you. Another question: what should customers consider when switching to circular materials? Pedro. Or Liv, I mean, it's a question, I think, for
I will give
a
small thing, and then Ellen can follow up. First of all, when they switch from virgin material to circular material, first, it's the financial advantage because related with price. Second, they need to have sure about that what they will use will give him the same properties and development production regarding the behavior of the material on the production, in this case XPS or what will be done. And with this doesn't happen from one moment to the other one. So we need to work continuously and have safety and security on the material they are working with, especially the people on the floor, trust on the material to make it even increase as much as possible the percentage of recycling content they can use. Second, I think it's obvious that the future is using recycling instead of raw materials. So as much they try to use it and learn how to work with, will be better for everybody, because then we will reduce the footprint of many other things we are doing today to go back and get more oil to do more EPS. So if we can make like a control system on what we are doing, I think it's better to everybody, not only for us, but to everybody. So I think we are doing a good step on this. But Ellen also can say something related with that.
Yeah, I can add to that if you do consider switching to recycled material, to always ask for a verified EPD, so you know that the promised CO2 reductions are actually true, and also certifications for traceability, because then you know that the product that you are buying is delivering as promised.
I assume it's the same live for rEPS, right? That you're also producing.
Yes.
Yeah. How much CO2 can be saved by closing the loop compared by using virgin materials?
I can answer that. So of course, our recycled products can help our customers. We tend to say 50% reduction, but that depends, of course, on the customer's end product. So that you calculate that all the way down to what you produce, if it's a XPS, an EPS, or packaging or insulation. So all of that, of course, can give you different CO2 reductions. But if you just look at our rGPPS product, compared to the virgin material, we are about 1.7 kilos of carbon dioxide per rGPPS kilo produced. So it's a significant reduction you can achieve with using our recycled material.
Okay, thank you. How do you successfully achieve closing the loop system? I think we talked about it, but anyone wants to repeat what we said?
A way of we close the loop, Tamara, more or less?
Yes, yes.
I give an example here, for instance, in Portugal. We get here boxes, fish boxes that were produced in Norway by our companies in Norway. It end up here in Portugal. We recycle them, we make the material, then we sell it to raw. So this is the perfect closing of the loop. I think that's the best example. And you can see this in one of the videos that we have done way before. So we do it on quite time already ago. So I think it's the perfect example.
Okay, I think we answered most of our questions. I think that if everyone else has a more detailed question, we will get back to you via email. And thank you all for coming and listening to us today. We will, after the webinar today, you will receive email with the previous webinars as well. You can follow us on LinkedIn, and you can follow us also on other social media. As I say, we have also our page, a circular page that we use as initiative Use Reuse, where you can find very useful information regarding basically how to help and achieve us goals in closing the loop together with us. And of course, we can provide you with the different waste management solutions, which is essential part to help the common goal for CO2 reduction plan, and of course, move along with the legislation and regulations. Thank you all. Ellen, Pedro, Liv, do you have anything to add?
Just one small thing. Liv, Mr. Bede was here, and I have a bad news to give you. We recycle them, so you will not see it so soon. Okay, just to let you know. We got them, we recycle them, so you will see it later on when you close the loop over there on your side. Okay, just to let you know.
That's great. I will see him back. See him back in Italy.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. Yes.
Thank you.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.